Hello students, I am Rajneesh Kumar. I am working as a assistant professor in NIT Pharmacy Institute. NIT Pharmacy Institute is one of the best premier institute in the pharmacy education. We are ranked 49th by the NRF, Government of India. So, in the previous lecture, we have discussed about unit 4 of pharmaceutical organic chemistry, code 301 TBP 301T. So, in the previous lectures, we have discussed structure, synthesis, reaction and uses of phenanthrene, naphthalene and anthracene. Okay. So, total 5 molecules were given in the unit 4 of the BP 301T as per the syllabus provided by the AKtU. So, out of those 5 molecules, we have discussed 3. The last 2 compounds which are remaining are this is triphenylamine and the triphenylamine. Okay. So, in this lecture we have discussed triphenylamine, its synthesis, its important reaction and uses. Okay. So, I am just starting this lecture in the continuation of the previous lecture of unit 4. So, the topic of this particular lecture is triphenyl methane synthesis, reaction and uses. Now, as the name suggests, this is triphenyl methane, as the name suggests. Tri triphenyl methane means 3 phenyl and methane. These should be combined together to give triphenyl methane. Okay. So, the formula, as you can see there, 3 mole of phenyl and 1 CH is joined together to give trimethyl methane structure or formula. This is a colorless solid which is soluble in nonpolar organic solvents like benzene, ether, carbon tetrachlorides. Okay. Again, when it is soluble in the nonpolar organic solvent, then it is not soluble in the polar solvents like water or alcohol. Okay. Understood. So, triphenyl methane is the basic skeleton of the many synthetic dyes called triaryl methane dyes. This is the most important feature of the triphenyl methane, because it acts as a backbone of the many dyes which can be used in the textile industry, in synthetic organic chemistry also to provide the color. Okay. So, all the dyes which are having triphenyl methane structure are called triaryl methane dyes. Okay. Many of them are pH indicator and some display fluorescence. So, like for example, crystal violet, magenta. Okay. All these dyes having triphenyl methane structure in triphenyl methane moiety in their structure. Okay. So, some of them are using as a pH indicator, or some can also be used to provide the fluorescence, okay, for a particular purpose. So, a trityl group in organic chemistry is a triphenyl methyl group. So, it can also be written as this, like in case of alkane, when we remove one hydrogen from the alkane, it becomes alkyl. Okay. So, likewise triphenyl methane, when we remove one hydrogen atom from the triphenyl methane, then it is known as the triphenyl methyl group. Okay. It is also known as trityl group. It should be taken it should be taken carefully, it should be keep in mind. Okay. So, triphenyl methyl group is known as the trityl group also. Okay. It is denoted by PS3C. For example, triphenyl methyl chloride, okay, which can also be known as the trityl chloride, or triphenyl methyl radical, which can also be called trityl radical. Okay. Now, so very simple topic it is actually, and the synthesis of triphenyl methane is also very simple. So, the first preparation of the triphenyl methane was done by the German chemist, very famous scientist known as August Calcule, and its students, okay, Antony Paul Nicolas Frenchmont. Okay. So, they just prepare the triphenyl methane by heating diphenyl mercury with the benzyl chloride. Okay. So, triphenyl methane can also be synthesized by Friedel-Crafts reaction from benzene and chloroform. Okay. So, as you can see in the reaction also, we are taking 3 mole of the benzene, and when these 3 mole of benzene is reacted with the chloroform, 1 molecule of the chloroform in the presence of some Lewis acid like AlCl3, as we are calling it as Friedel-Crafts reaction. So, we know that Friedel-Crafts reaction will always occur in the presence of some Lewis acid. Okay. So, we are taking as aluminum chloride as a Lewis acid. In the presence of aluminum chloride, 3 molecule of benzene is reacted with the 1 molecule of chloroform, and we are getting triphenyl methane along with 3 mole of hydrogen chloride. Okay. So, clearly indicated that reaction is very simple. When we are using this benzene, 3 mole of benzene like this, and we are using CHCl3. So, there is a H. So, this H and this H will remove from the benzene. It combined with the 3 atom of the chlorine from the chloroform, and 3 molecule of HCl get removed as a side products along with the main product, that is triphenyl methane. So, very simple reaction it is. The second method of the synthesis of triphenyl methane include the reaction of benzene with carbon tetrachloride in the presence of aluminum chloride. So, here we are using carbon tetrachloride in place of chloroform. Okay. The same reaction occur. Okay. So, again benzene may react with the carbon tetrachloride using the same catalyst to obtain the trityl chloride aluminum chloride adduct. It is okay. This adduct, trityl chloride aluminum chloride adduct, we are getting sub, and when it is hydrolyzed with the dilute acid like HCl, we are getting our product like triphenyl methane. So, very simple reactions by which triphenyl methane can be obtained. Again, triphenyl methane is significantly more acidic than most other hydrocarbon because the charge is delocalized over the 3 phenyl rings. Steric effects, however, prevent all 3 phenyl rings from achieving the copolarity simultaneously. As you know that phenyl ring is a bulky group. Okay. Because of the presence of 3 bulky phenyl rings, it is not possible for all 3 phenyl rings to achieve the copolarity simultaneously. Then the trityl anion is red. This color can be used as an indicator in acid base titration. So, again very important point about the triphenyl methane, that trityl anion is red in color. So, because of that this anion can also be used as an indicator in acid base titration. Now, come to the reaction of the triphenyl methane. So, as you can see there, when triphenyl methyl chloride is reacted with the sodium metal, we are getting sodium salt of triphenyl methane, along with the 1 mole of sodium chloride. So, very simple reaction, okay, very simple reaction. We are using 2 mole of sodium. So, again chloride is removed from that sorry. So, chloride ion is removed from that, because this bond is very big and easily broken. So, this is this chloride is removed from the triphenyl methyl chloride's molecule, and sodium is added in place of that chloride, and we are getting the salt. Okay. The use of trial sodium as a strong non-nucleophilic base has been eclipsed by the popularization by butyl lithium and related strong bases. So, important point is there, it form triphenyl carbinol by oxidizing with the chromic acid. So, triphenyl methane when reacted with the chronic acid, we are getting triphenyl carbinol. Actually, oxidation occur, okay, here, because we know that the chronic acid is a very strong oxidizing agent. So, it oxidize the triphenyl methane, and as a product we are getting oxidized product triphenyl carbinol. It is a very important product. Again, triphenyl methane when reacted with the bromine, okay, bromine, it gives mono bromo addition product. Okay. So, as you can see there, HBr will be HBr will also be obtained as a side product, okay, and we are getting actually as when you can see the structure of this is. So, this is the structure of triphenyl methane, means 3 phenyl ring is there, and because of the 3 phenyl rings you can know that you can easily say that this molecule will provide the electrophilic substitution reaction, okay, because of the presence of 3 phenyl ring, but these all reaction are in addition with the electrophilic substitution reaction, and this all reaction occur at this particular bridge carbon or carbon. Okay. Now, come to the uses, as I have told you earlier that triphenyl methane is a very important molecule, because it is used as a backbone for the synthesis of many dyes, okay, which can be used chemically or commercially. Then so triphenyl methane is the chromogen of large number of dyes. The common chromophore is the paraquinoid structure, and the oxochrome are hydroxyl group, amino group, and the NR2 substitution occur at the NS2. Okay. So, chromophore you can you know that the chromophore are the groups which provide color to the compounds. Okay. In previous definition, in the latest definition, it is the group which absorb the UV visual radiation in that particular range. And triphenyl methane dyes are very brilliant, intense color, but fade quickly in light. Okay. So, they provide very brilliant and intense color, but they are easily get fade in the presence of light. Therefore, they are no longer much used in textile. Okay. Because if we are using those type of dyes to color the textile, after some time those particular textile or cloths will get fades. Okay. So, this is not commercially useful. Okay. However, they are used in large quantity for coloring paper and typewriter ribbons, where fastness to the light is not so important. So, this is very important point. We have to take care that when we need color for a long time, we should avoid using triphenyl methane dyes, because it fade with the time. But if we need color for a short time, okay, then we can use triphenyl methane dyes frequently. So, crystal oilage is the one example of triphenyl methane dyes. It is used as a preparation of detergents, fertilizers and textile dyes. Then triphenyl methane is also used in copying papers, in hectograph and printing inks. Then these are all the derivatives of triphenyl methane, which is used as a dyes. So, the most important is gentian violet. So, as you can see there, here this triphenyl methane backbone is present in case of gentian violet. This. Then another dye is aurine. Again you can see there triphenyl methane structure or moiety is present in the structure of aurine dyes. Then when we are talking about crystal violet, frequently again you can see the triphenyl methane moiety is also present over there. In case of melachite green, again it is a very important dyes and it is widely used. Again you can see that this particular triphenyl methane moiety or structure can be seen easily in the structure of melachite green. Then it is a parent substance in many dyes, like you can see there melachite greens, and then rosanilene and pararosalines. Okay, pararosaline. Then phenolphthalein, very well known indicator. It is also having triphenyl methane moiety in the structure, and it is used in the acid base indicator. So, again I am talking about the structure and the reaction, just a short summary of the lecture. So, as you can see the structure, this is carbon, it is a bridge carbon, it is bridge the 3 phenyl ring together, and two types of reaction. This particular molecule is given because of this carbon, bridge carbon presence, and because of the benzene ring. So, as you know that because of the benzene ring, electrophilic substitution reaction will be preferred, except that this hydrogen can be easily removed from that carbon in different mediums. So, as a result we are getting the carbon ion. So, acidic slightly acidic hydrogen is there in case of triphenyl methane, and the second type of reaction is given by that particular carbon, bridge carbon. So, when we are talking about the synthesis, so we have discussed that synthesis can be done by two way. Either we react benzene to the chloroform, or we react with the benzene with the carbon tetrachloride in the presence of some Lewis acid like aluminum chloride. So, alkyl Friedel-Crafts reactions are occurring in the presence of aluminum chloride. So, in this reaction we are using 3 moles of benzene which are reacting with the chloroform in the presence of AlCl3, and we are getting triphenyl methyl along with the 3 mole of the HCl. In case of when we are using carbon tetrachloride, again we are using 3 mole of benzene which reacted with the carbon tetrachloride in the presence of AlCl3. We are getting adduct along with the 1 mole of the HCl. Okay. And that particular adduct, when hydrolyzed in the hydrolyzed, we are getting the triphenyl methane as a product. Then as I said that the bridge carbon having 1 hydrogen, okay, that hydrogen is acidic in nature. So, triphenyl methane is significantly more acidic than the most other hydrocarbon, because the charge is loci over the 3 phenyl rings, and because that hydrogen is acidic. So, it gets dissociated easily from the triphenyl methane molecule, and because of that easily dissociation different type of reactions can also occur, like the salt formation. Here you can see that the chloride is replaced by the sodium metal and we are getting the sodium salt of the triphenyl methane. Then here oxidation by the chromic acid occur and we are getting the triphenyl carbinol as a oxidized products, very important molecules. Again hallucination can also occur when triphenyl methane reacted with the bromine, we are getting mono bromo substituted triphenyl methane along with the 1 mole of the HBr. Okay. So, one more important point, the use of trityl sodium or this salt, we are talking about this salt as a strong non-nucleophilic base has been eclipsed by the popularization of the butyl lithium and related strong base. So, this salt can also be used as nucleophilic base, but it is eclipsed by the popularization of the butyl lithium and related strong base. Now, again इसके बारे में बात हो गया. We have already talking about that triphenyl methane provide the backbone of the many large number of the dyes. Okay, the common chromophore is the paraquinoid structure and the oxochrome. Oxochrome are the compound which increase the color, or you can say the wave number of the absorption radiation. Okay, absorb radiation. So, oxochrome which is used is hydroxyl group NH2 and NR2. So, actually these are used to enhance the color of the substance. Okay. Then triphenyl methane dye are very brilliant intense color, but fit. So, this point should be taken care of. When we used, again repeating, I have said you earlier, but I am again repeating because it is very important points. So, triphenyl methane dyes are provide very brilliant intense color, but this is short lived. Okay. Whenever light is provided or whenever the color compound is exposed to the light, it becomes fade. Okay. So, therefore, they are not no longer used as in textile because of the commercially unusefulness. However, they are used in the large quantity for the coloring paper and typewriter rubbers, where the fastness of the light is not so important. So, we will use triphenyl methane always whenever we need color for a short time. Okay. Crystal violet again it's a very important dyes. It is also having triphenyl methane moiety in the structure. Then these are the examples of different type of dyes which is having triphenyl methane moiety in the structure, like gentian violets, then aurin is there, crystal violet is there, and milachite green is there. Again it is a parent substance in many dyes like milachite dyes. I have shown the structure you. Then rosanilin and para-rosanilin dyes are also there, which are having triphenyl methane moiety in their structure. Phenolphthalein is a very popular and well known indicator or dyes which we are using in the analytical labs. It is also have triphenyl methane moiety in the structure. So, this is all about the triphenyl methane. So, thank you so much for patience listening. Whenever you have any query, please put your question in the comment box. Thank you so much.